Boy, oh boy, does it feel good to be back on this screen. Let us get an audio check. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Check. Hello. Great. Oh man, you know, I'd said previously I was stuck between two options. One was to play a brand new game that was on the shorter side, or to play a game I had played before that was on the longer side. And I really went back and forth between those two options for a while, and ultimately decided to go with the long game that I'd played before. And the long game that I'd played before, luckily, is an all-timer favorite for me, and that's Mass Effect 2. I played Mass Effect 1 last summer for my Streamversary. I knew I wanted to get to Mass Effect 2 at some point, and I think now is the time. In fact, I know now is the time because I'm about to start playing it right now, so it seems like a pretty safe conclusion that now is the time. Mass Effect being an ultimate favorite game series for me. The original 3 Mass Effect games are very precious to me. Very important to me. I got a lot of love for these games, and I've said before, and we'll see if it's still true, that I think Mass Effect 2 is my favorite of those 3. Mass Effect 3 has a lot going for it, but I think most people can assume that have played that game why it's maybe not my favorite. But I don't know. We're going to revisit that at some point too, presumably. So with a little time and distance, who knows what we'll learn about ourselves and about Mass Effect along the way. But I am so excited. I booted this up earlier today after installing it, and just like seeing the intro cinematic with like the BioWare logo and all the characters, and like hearing some of this music again, I just got so excited. I did decide on this because it is longer, and I figured better to get this started and maybe see how long it takes, or maybe if we get to a point where it wouldn't hurt to alternate between this and something else. But like let me set down a little runway with this game for a bit, because I do remember playing Mass Effect 1 and alternating it with Resident Evil, and just continuously going, every time it was time for me to play something else, I would just, in my heart, I'd be going, man, I wish I was playing Mass Effect, which wasn't fair to Resident Evil, and it's why I also don't want to do that to another game right now. I don't want to be unfair or unkind, or unfair or unkind to myself, mind you. I'm just going to listen to my heart, my own intuition, and just play Mass Effect 2 uninterrupted. I've played this game a couple times. I think I've played, just like the first one, I think I've played this through start to finish 3 times, which I think is true for Mass Effect 3 as well. But I haven't played it, and I don't even know how long. Easily been at least 10 years, and maybe a little bit more. It's been a long time, just like the first one. So, yeah, I say that because I'm not going to be an expert legend at this. This might be the Legendary Edition, but it's not the Legendary Edition of me. Alright, I might still mess things up. I'm not going to remember everything. I'm actually mostly excited about all the things I forgot about, to like re-experience them for the first time in a long time. But you know, I'm gonna potentially still miss stuff or get things wrong. I'm gonna do my best. I have to do my best. I would hold myself to no standard less than that when it comes to Mass Effect, to hopefully deliver a good playthrough of a game I really love. It's gonna be rewarding. If at least for me, it's gonna be rewarding for me. I hope it'll be rewarding for you. Oh, I hope you're doing okay. Let me open this up. We got a Strawberry Magic hard cider. This has been in our fridge for a really long time. Probably at least a year. I don't know. Does it have an expiration date on it? I almost don't want to check because I'm afraid I'll find it and it'll discourage me from drinking this. But it's probably good to at least give a cursory glance here before I do something that could hurt me. How bad could it be, right? Famous last words. I don't see one. It was probably on the box and not the can. The box is long gone, so we're just going to open it up. I'm just in the mood for a little something. We don't have much around the house. I mean, I've got my whiskeys, but I wasn't feeling something hard like that. A little tart. It tastes fine. I used to be a big cider guy. Not as much anymore. I don't dislike them, it's just never what I think to order. But it's not bad. I was in the mood for a little something. Loosen up, take the edge off, relax. I could use that. I think we could all use that. I don't know about you. It's only Tuesday, and this work week has been whooping my ass, man. It's had me down a little bit. It's been a little crazy, and I try to always keep things in perspective, not complain too much about work. I try to keep it in mind that I have a pretty good job, and I'm very lucky and fortunate to have it. I've certainly had worse. I wouldn't trade any job I had prior to this for this one. But I still have bad days. Sometimes I have really bad days. Today was a rough one. My anxiety was pretty brutal. When I got off work, I was like visually, not having a good time. Like Jess could tell just by looking at me. So, but I managed to decompress, relax a little bit, get some things done around the house. My energy's actually pretty good. I'm not coming to this one feeling like I'm tired, and I think part of that's probably because I'm just excited to play this. But we'll do our best. We'll figure it out, right? I'm sure that we will. For some reason, I was watching the presidential address before I came down. That was a terrible idea. That wasn't good for morale at all. I guess it kind of got me fired up in its own way, because I was just like getting so fucking angry sitting there watching these like spineless, soulless sycophants getting to their feet every goddamn 10 seconds to applaud everything. This self-suck freakazoid was saying, man. That's what he was doing up there, dude. He was taking the whole shaft and the balls in his own mouth. Incredible work. JD Vance bringing up the caboose. That dude, I've seen so many Photoshop pictures of that dude at this point, making him look like a member of the Lollipop Guild. I've like practically forgotten what that fucking loser actually looks like, and so when I saw him today, I was like, oh, it's like a jump scare. And don't come at me and tell me, hey man, you guys don't look that dissimilar, because you wouldn't be the first to say it. And it's one of the most hurtful insults I've ever received. It's brutal, man. It really was some fascist material. It just the self-congratulatory and dishonest nature of the whole thing. It's nothing new, but man, this one feels different, doesn't it? This one just feels even more spiteful and dangerous. No matter what happens, I think, speaking to my generation, no matter what happens, I think we'll be like trying to recover from the next 4 years for the rest of our goddamn lives. I do believe that. It's rough times ahead. Other side of the aisle was like, wouldn't get off their feet, wouldn't applaud. We're holding up signs calling him like a liar and a fraud and a thief. So Al Green got like removed. Elizabeth Warren was texting on her phone. It was just brutal. I don't know why we were watching that. It did not help anybody's day. It's a fucking clown show, man. And what do you do? What do you do? You know that it is as bad as it is, and what do you do? It's difficult to know where to take that energy and that knowledge. Oh, but I don't say that to get you down. I just say that to acknowledge the fact that we're all in this shit pile together. Oh, fuck, man. I got all sorts of things I want to talk about, but I don't want to stay on this screen much longer. I'll try to remember. I'll probably not talk about any of those things because I'm just going to get swept up in this game. I did show up a little late, so when I get started here, there's a potential to go a bit later than I typically would. We'll just see how it pans out. Because there's not much I'm going to want to get up and stop playing this game for. Least of all, going to sleep. Dilly Todd's, the Maestro, the Big Dog, the Boss Man. What's going on, brother boy? Great to see you. Hey, I had some fun on Sunday playing Back 4 Blood with Dilly and Kayla and Nick. It's a good time. It's a good time. I know it was kind of a spontaneous... Well, spontaneous is not the right word, but maybe just sort of an unexpected game. But I had a good time. I appreciated that they took the time to play that with me. I would happily play some more of that. I think, I don't know when, but perhaps we could revisit that sometime. I wouldn't mind maybe playing through that whole game. I see, like, the novelty, the enjoyment factor wears off. I look like there's a fair bit of game left. I was thinking we would, like, play through an act over the course of 2 hours, but I don't think we did. I think we only played through, like, half of the first act, so I don't know. There's a lot of game left there. And I did find out, I wasn't looking for this info. I don't even remember how I came across it, but I found out that there actually is an enemy in the game called the Hag. There's so much talk about Hag alerts and Hag watches, and Back 4 Blood apparently actually has an enemy called the Hag that we haven't seen yet. So Hag Watch is going to come back with a vengeance for sure. We gotta sort that out. But no, Back 4 Blood was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I sure did. Nice to do a little root and toot shooting once in a while. We will be doing that. The gameplay in this is a bit different than the first one, and in my opinion, much better. Let's stop wasting time, man. Let's get in here. Jeff Shepard. Good old Jeffy boy. Let's get into number 2. Jeff's back. Oh, man. I love this game. It's almost like a surreal quality to be sitting here and playing this. I always knew, I'd said when I did the first one, I always knew, even way before I was streaming, I always knew that I wanted to, like, do a playthrough of Mass Effect, the trilogy. And so it's cool to be doing that in some respect. This song, I gotta get out this menu because this song is so good. This is like the final theme that's going to play during the final big mission. I can listen to this just anytime and get fired up. We got to get in here. You got to wait. You got to earn that. You can't listen to that right now. Oh, it's kicking in though. I'd said while I played Veilguard that this game, in my opinion, has the best like final act of any BioWare game I've ever played. Veilguard I would say potentially rival it. I know a lot of people didn't care for Veilguard, and I understand a lot of the criticisms, but I will say the final act and execution of it, I thought was quite good and built on a lot of things from prior BioWare games. But to me, the ending of this one is like, this is the blueprint. Like, this is like a perfect execution of what you play these games for, like the experience you're chasing. And it's great. It's a lot longer. There's a lot more squad mates in it. A lot more side stuff. We'll figure out the balance of on-stream and off-stream stuff as we go. Pretty easy to do for a game I've played before. So I won't actually stream every single aspect of it. There's some really good DLCs for this game. Whether I'll stream all of them, I don't know. I'll definitely probably at least stream 2 of them. But it's going to be fun. We'll just figure it out along the way. I'm pumped. Let's get in here. Hunting monsters. Enjoyed Back 4 Blood. Had fun getting back to a Left 4 Dead type game. I did too, I'd always heard that it was like a not as good Left 4 Dead. It's been a long time since I played Left 4 Dead, but it felt pretty in tune with what I remember that game being. The card thing's different. If I were to try to give an example of something Left 4 Dead did correctly that game didn't do, I wouldn't really know what it would be. It seemed a lot like Left 4 Dead to me. That was also the thing I had understood was like, you'll do yourself a disservice if you just expect Left 4 Dead. You gotta expect a different game or it's gonna underwhelm. I don't know. I thought it was good, but I haven't played Left 4 Dead in God knows how long, so I could be forgetting. If that game was better, I don't remember how or why, but I thought it was good. I liked it. It's fun. Some mindless shooting, maybe a little too mindless for me, hitting them red barrels. Having to get healed and resuscitated every 2 minutes. How's the off-stream Monster Hunter going? I see a lot of people saying they're loving the game. I know you told me it was getting some rough reviews because it wasn't so optimized on PC, but that's something they'll fix. Unfortunately, it's just how games launch these days, unfinished. But I'm sure they'll get it fixed. I hope you're still loving that game. All right, let's go. Let's import Jeff. There he is. So clean when it's all collected like this in the Legendary Edition. I remember when it blew my mind when I first did this back on the Xbox 360, when I was able to import, like that was one of the most remarkable things about these games to me at the time, because I'd never seen anything do that. And aside from Dragon Age, like I can't really think of much that I've played that still does that, where it's like load in a save file from an entirely different game, and it recognized everything you did, all the choices you made, the relationships you had, like it to just create this seamless transition into another game entirely. That blew my mind the first time I played these. I was so impressed, and of course it's all conveniently collected here in this copy of the game. But back then you had to have, you know, your save file on the same Xbox and all that. Nowadays even Dragon Age has graduated a little bit, where they just host you go on a website and pick up, you know, create your save file and load it in with like your EA account or whatever. But back then you had to have all that shit on the Xbox hard drive. Got to high rank, so I beat the story mode. God damn, that's quick. Which is when the actual game kind of starts. That's strange. That's very foreign to me, what you're describing. The game starts after the story. So is the story like I'm guessing the story is maybe kind of short? Or are you just playing that game a lot? Is Monster Hunter not the kind of game you really play for the story? I would get that just from watching you play it so much. I don't really recall like registering a lot of narrative there. Mostly just y'all slaying beasts. Alright, I said I will get started like 4 times. We're gonna get started. Here we go. I love this game so much. Jeff, welcome back. The story is minimal and the acting is notoriously lame. I would have loved to see that. Alright, we'll keep it normal. Points be manually assigned using the... Oh yeah, we'll be manually assigning. Turn these on. I didn't mess with the audio settings at all, so if at any point the game's too loud or too quiet, let me know. I also didn't bother to figure out where to best place my camera, so the top right probably will not be that spot, so we might have to adjust somewhere mid-game. I don't remember offhand exactly where I should put the camera. I don't remember exactly what the HUD looks like. We'll figure it out. Squad powers. Yeah, y'all can use your powers. That's fine. Yeah. Jeff? He's rank 55, dude. He's coming in, started the game level 55. He's crazy. We're going to destroy this place. He's an adept. We got our biotics. He's a paragon. Commander Shepard followed the paragon path. I know that's right. Status of Rex. Erdnot Rex survived the mission on Vermeer, but Kaden Alenko was killed on Vermeer. Rip Kaden. The council was saved by Commander Shepard during the attack on the Citadel. Commander Shepard, look at that. Keith David summoned. Commander Shepard recommended Captain Anderson for a seat on the council. Of course he did. I think I'm going to say Udina. I think I'm an Udina guy. I don't remember if I said this, but my first time I played Mass Effect, when I did pick Udina, because I was like, I don't know, he seems more qualified. I didn't realize it was really just like, do you want the good guy or the bad guy? So I picked the bad guy unknowingly. Don't pick the qualified politician. He's always the bad guy. Pick the guy who's got better vibes and is voiced by Keith David whenever you can. Main crux of the game is getting access to opened up armor and weapon, and Tal has been crafting trees, so now you can just go hunt monsters, and the grind is more what the game is about. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That seems consistent with what I'm witnessing on your channel. Well, I'm glad you got perhaps the lame, like, obligatory story out of the way so that you can just run wild, baby. Monster Hunter Wilds, even. Oh, shit, we're about to be back on the Normandy. I'm so excited. I know I keep saying this, and I'll probably keep saying it. I'm in a good place to, like, have a game like this that's very comforting and familiar and beloved. I think that'll be good for me right now.
Right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
The elusive man.
Still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard... They'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Martin motherfucking Sheen. 1 month after the devastating Geth attack on the Citadel, the galactic community struggles to rebuild. The Alliance fleet made a tremendous sacrifice to save the Citadel Council and earn humanity membership in their prestigious group. Now the Council is forced to respond to evidence that the Reapers, enormous machines that eradicate organic civilization every 50,000 years, have returned. There's no way I could have read that even any faster unless it was at a comical rate. Absurd. I was reading it very quickly. The Normandy. We're so back.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
Okay, Exo Presley.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Big weird spaceship.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
There's our girly.
Shepard!
And there he is.
Press beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard!
Liara, go. Now.
Aye, aye. Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Our poor Normandy. Look what they've done to her. Look how they massacred my boy.
Mayday! 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 This is SSB Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
Oh, just how we remember it, except on fire.
Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
What have they done to her? You remember all the good times we had standing up there? Searching the galaxy map? Taking calls? Now they got all our chairs floating around. This is a crazy way to open up the game.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's dead. Just like us, we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to... Oh no. They're coming around for another attack.
And if you thought destroying the Normandy was a crazy way to start the game. How about Commander Shepard fucking dying? Thank you for your service, Jeff. That shit freaked me out too when I first played this. Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the events of Mass Effect 1. Would you like to review the story so far? I don't remember this. I don't think it's been that long. I mean, I guess. I don't remember this. What? I should have probably said no. From Dark Horse Comics. I should have probably said
Just
no.
Another routine
but I don't remember what this is.
Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me.
He's saying all this while you're dying in the cold vacuum of space?
Came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked.
I don't remember this at all. Was this...
Couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olinka.
Huh.
A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol.
Like, I wonder where this was originally.
Soldier to the core.
Like, what version of the game maybe came with this originally? Then they, like, got it packaged in with this Legendary Edition?
Took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it.
Unless I just entirely forget this, and it was in the original Mass Effect 2.
It was massive, scorching the colony.
I hope this isn't that long.
As it blasted away.
It's about to tell me the entire story of the first game.
To an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare.
I wonder who that is on the right. I wonder if we'll get more information on him during this game.
I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian.
Yay!
A top agent for Citadel Security.
He's giving a lot of detail on
orders
this.
From his superiors that he shouldn't get involved. He told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly,
he's gonna intro every squad mate.
That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren.
And her name was?
The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking.
I couldn't romance her in the first game, but
information on Saren.
I had my hopes up for this one.
Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans.
Ah, yes,
Reapers. The mass
Reapers.
relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat.
I thought this was
They agreed
interactive.
Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task?
Or maybe it's only interactive in so much of it's reading like my
Anderson
save
decided
data.
to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy.
Although I've not seen
Told
like
me that would be
a
the
choice
deal.
demonstrated in this yet.
He also pointed me in a direction. Liara.
Hey,
Maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia.
Maybe most importantly,
Saren's top lieutenant.
my girlfriend.
And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent,
Mhm.
and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant.
Yeah, tell me more about that,
Ashley was a little
Jeff.
concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander,
Ashley,
I knew
please.
either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt.
That's right. Get her out of
She
there.
felt it too.
Get Ashley
But we
out of
agreed
there.
We wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren.
Okay, he is talking about the
Thanks
romance.
to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia.
Oh my god, this guy keeps yapping. He's not even gotten to Vermeer yet. I'm putting the controller down.
He ordered Benezia to use the same
I probably did not need to do this, but it's kind of neat to see something I don't think I've seen before. This is a lot. I probably would have remembered seeing this if I had in the past.
To get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was
Look at that
gone
shrimp.
with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni queen.
Big shrimp.
She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her.
That's an oxymoron.
But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word.
That's true. I did
She
choose
left
that.
and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down.
Wait, what about Phi Dan?
But we soon learned it was more than a base of operations.
You don't want to talk about
It was a
him?
breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex
But
wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't
look
back
at
down.
Ashley in the background, ready to fucking kill
Fortunately,
him.
Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people.
Ashley in the background, salivating at the possibility of
When we finally got to the
murdering
center of
an
the base,
alien while his back is
I
turned.
realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all.
That's a lot of reading.
And I
had Mark Meir in the booth earning his check that day.
What I couldn't understand was why Saren would
Jennifer
help.
Hale as well, I assume.
But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran. Leaving me
Don't
just
forget, he's saying all of this while drifting and suffocating in the cold, dead vacuum of space.
I could only save
Just reflecting on a life well lived.
Caden was a good man. And a great soldier. But I had to choose. And I chose Ash. That was the
For some
last time
reason,
Saren would slip
I
away
chose
from me.
her.
I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost...
Oh, is it a picture of Caden, like, on my desk? I'm so
As we
sad.
prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight,
He was my
I
best
spoke to my
friend.
crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him.
Yeah, talk more about how you
Liara
kissed
saw through my
Liara.
words.
Yes!
She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts.
Tell me more.
We both knew this mission could be our last.
Yes!
Until that moment, we put our feelings
Show
aside for
me.
the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other.
Yes!
And it was perfect. While
Show
it
me.
lasted,
I've been on DeviantArt.
we
You can
arrived
just
on
show.
Ilos,
Okay,
close
never
behind
mind.
Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces.
Remember when I disabled
my
my camera during that scene
Reapers
because I
had
didn't
come
want footage of me
50,000 years
reacting to graphic
Every
alien
50,000 years
sex?
before that. Each time
Wasn't as
the
zesty as
galaxy of life.
remembered it being.
The Protheans had
Ain't that
fought
always the
and
truth?
died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reaper's return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take.
Look at Garrus with the
But
dive.
Saren was done running.
I've never seen
I
Garrus
was
move
done
like that.
chasing. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard.
I
in the
told
Citadel
Saren to
tower
KYS.
He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They
Bunch
represented
of dumb
the hearts and
losers.
minds of the galactic
I'm
community.
sure they'll be very grateful
Without them,
and
the fleets would
very
be in
helpful
disarray.
in my mission in this game.
Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the
Since
Normandy
I
leading the
risked
combined
so much
galactic
to save their
fleet.
lives in the last
The
one.
battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory.
It's a big paragraph,
The
Jeff.
Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide.
Look at Udina getting all
On the one
shitty
hand,
about it.
Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it.
I don't want it.
The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Anywho, I'm gonna go die now. I'll see y'all tomorrow. The comic-y panels.
Has been recovered.
It was very comic-y.
The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
And if you thought destroying the Normandy and killing Jeff Shepard was a crazy way to start the game, what about destroying the Normandy, killing Jeff Shepard, and then immediately bringing him back to life? I think that's a pretty crazy way to start a game. I guess maybe he was dreaming, his dead brain was dreaming in Dark Horse comic panels. Trophy? Well, well, well. Look who it is. He's back! He's never looked better than this. Of course, worth reiterating, just like the first game for me, the default male Shepard, it can't be anything other than that for me. When I see a customized Shepard, kind of the same for female Shepard as well, even though I've never played as female Shepard. Whenever I see a Shepard that's customized, I don't know who that is. It's got to be the defaults, and I don't typically feel that. I never feel that way in Dragon Age, but this is our guy. This is Jeff. If I changed a single hair on his beautiful head, those big blue puppy dog eyes, I wouldn't know who that was anymore, even though he was just rebuilt in a lab. They got it right. They nailed it. It's perfect. No notes. They ate no crumbs. We're going to accept this imported face. It's very 40k Space Marine. Your duty is not done yet, brava. Yeah, it's a long way to go, I guess, to kind of set up what this game is about. It's something I've always felt the implications were kind of fucking insane. They just found this guy's, like, shriveled up, dead corpse floating in space and just pumped him full of that good juice and he came back to life. That's crazy. Like, that's basically magic. There's, like, nothing else really like it in the trilogy of games. Except maybe one thing I can think of. But it's quite a journey to take to, like, justify how he gets where he's about to be. And if you don't remember, Cerberus was a group in the first game, though I do think most of my encounters with them were off-stream. They're and a lot of optional side missions, but you keep finding these bases on sort of the open world exploration planets full of, like, fucked up, like, unethical experiments that have always gone awry, and you've got to take out the people who are there, or, like, the monsters and creatures they leave behind. They're responsible for, like, purposely getting members of, like, the Human Alliance killed, and, like, they've just done a ton of nefarious stuff, and you're kind of always just finding them or showing up after they've vacated, and so they're this mysterious sort of shadow group that are clearly not nice. Alright, let's get in there. Oh, you can change your class at the start with the new Shepard. So we did Adept last time. We'll keep it going with Adept. Vanguard is still tempting. You're just like a walking biotic super weapon. But we'll keep going with Adept, since that's what what we set up in the first place. That is interesting. You could change it though. I didn't remember that. He's still an adept. Your achievements give you access to the following bonus powers. Select one. Flashbang grenade. That's the only one. Well, I think I could have achieved more than that. All you got for me is the flashbang grenade? I guess flashbang warning incoming. Big blue murder puppet eyes. Yeah, I feel like he's judging me a lot. He's like, really? The only achievement bonus power you unlocked was flashbang grenade? What a disappointment. Thanks for that, I guess. Earthborn, war hero, adept, flashbang grenades. I don't remember that either. There's probably gonna be a lot of stuff I don't remember. Alright, let's get in here. It's like the 10th time I've said, alright, let's get in here. Been playing this for an hour already, and the game has not actually started. Yeah, give me that Shepard. Look at his perfect bones.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing.
Are you an angel?
Steps pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Are you my mommy?
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
Aw, hell.
Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the
Went to bed dying, woke up under attack.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Oh, we're already at level 4. And we have 3,500 experience, and we completed the tutorials. Yeah. Sorry. I got a bunch of renegade stuff. I got a bunch of paragon stuff.
We'll get you a clip from. Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast.
Yeah, I think it gave us some stuff since we imported a save. I remember how to play this game. Hut, 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 hut.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off.
Vault. Where is my flashbang grenade?
Keep moving. We need to get you to the shuttles.
So yeah, I remember one of the big improvements for this is the combat is way better. It's just not quite as stiff. It still probably looks somewhat stiff in comparison to like modern sort of cover shooters. Do I have my shit yet? I think I do. Guess what? Singularity's gonna hit real good right here. Or it's not gonna hit at all. How about warp? Ha 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 ha! How about flashbang grenade? Dude, you just got flashbang, you fool.
Nice work, Shepard.
My special power. I bet you really hated getting that flashbang. Is left stick not run? Or do I need to learn how to run? I've just been born. I don't know how to run. I must crawl first. Whoa, big robot! No! Grenade launcher.
Use the grenade.
We've been spotted.
Boom!
Take the elevator.
Did I hit them? Okay, great. Boom! Oh man, getting into the groove on this.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run!
Oh, I have to hold X to run? Hut, 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 hut. That feels a little weird these days. I feel like left stick is so standardized for sprint.
Hostile forces have engaged.
Oh my lord!
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of
Is that my mom?
major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical.
Is that my dad?
Billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd give a little more in my direction once in a while.
$4 billion. It's over here. Hut, hut, hut. That's the way I came. Hut, hut, hut. Don't die in front of this glass! I can't save you! Oh. I told you don't die. I'm gonna give you a flashbang grenade when I see you. Just wait, buddy.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made.
Oh!
Shepard, what?
Watch this. Boom! Hey, are you my dad?
Thought you were still a work in progress.
You my dad?
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Well, just a few things
I know
first.
This is the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the—
Jeff loves a good
You
conversation.
and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
I don't understand. Could you please present that via an interactive visual comic?
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biologist.
Oh, that's cute. You think I only got 20?
Hit them with the good stuff.
Oh yeah, I know all about that, Jacob.
Subdue.
I know all about that. You think that's cool? Check this out. Boom! They're floating! Like they're telling me about the power wheel. You think I don't know about my special power? Flashbang grenade! Oh. I fell down the cliff! Oh, that was really embarrassing. Oh, you want me to tell you to do it? Jacob? There you go. Jacob, hit him with... He's already using that. Use that.
That's it.
Wow, what a tag team maneuver, Jake.
Okay. I promise I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Oh yeah, we got lots.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damn if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack.
And by that, I mean it's happening inside, not happening outside. Outside is the cold, deadly vacuum of space. Nothing could survive out there. Sorry, sensitive subject.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else,
Hey, yo.
they'd put you in a coffin. Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you.
Clones in Mass Effect?
Have a few extra bits and pieces.
That would never happen. Hey, yo, Mr. Eli Mack with the raid. What's going on, brother man? How you doing, fella? And thank you for the 6 months. Much appreciated. Cheers to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's Arkham City treating you? I saw you were live with that just before I got started myself. You gotta be close to the finale on that by now, right?
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject.
Project Lazarus?
To bring you back.
Like the Lazarus Pit?
Even that was a challenge.
Surely that's the reference, right?
All the top scientists. Best technology money could buy.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion.
Presley!
Everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Good. They were the hot ones.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
I want to find them.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station.
We are. He's just hearing explosions and gunfire and people dying. Constantly in the back row, we stand here and talk. Tell me more about yourself, actually. I'd like to get to know you, Jacob. Oh, you did finish the main story. Doing some side missions and getting those fucking Riddler trophies. Do you get anything for the Riddler trophies in Arkham City if you get them all? I know in Arkham Knight, well, I don't want to say too much. I'm assuming you've already played Arkham Knight, but something does happen if you get them all in Arkham Knight.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Oh my god! So Jacob, where were you born?
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio.
Is she
we
my
lost
mom?
Contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
Oh, I'm so glad you have some questions for me. I'd love to take the opportunity to answer them. Oh my god!
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency?
Do tell where they are thickest.
Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Jacob, I'm going to ask you a $1 million question, and I want you to answer honestly. Have you and everybody else on this station seen me naked? And if not, would you like to? 100% of the story for Arkham Knight multiple times. I know you get something, you get all the trophies in Arkham City. This will be the first time I actually try to do it. Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, I don't know if I did that in Arkham City. And I don't know what you... I mean, I guess maybe you could unlock a costume that way. The unfortunate thing is like, after I collect all the Riddler trophies, I'm definitely done with that game for a long time, so I don't want a new costume, you know? I think Arkham Knight pays it off well enough, like, incentive enough to do it. But yeah, I don't remember what city gets you. It was a pain in the ass in Arkham Knight. I definitely did it in that one, but I had to see all the game. Who dat?
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Okay, let's go. Oh man, I keep hitting that left stick for the sprint. I wonder if you can map that. Probably not, right? But if it's possible to map that to the left stick instead, I'd probably quite like that. Oh! Check this out, Jacob. Let me show you it's done. Flashbang grenade. Boom! Oh! I'm not sure if it went off, but it seemed to work. Oh, look, Jacob stole it. He stole it. That stole my kill.
Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room.
Oh, I see. Left stick brings up the radar. As you can see, I am starting Mass Effect 2 tonight. Don't know if you ever played these games. These are big favorites of mine. This is the first time I've played this in a really long time. Many years. So I'm still kind of remembering how it's done, but boy howdy, I love this game.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Jacob, has she seen me naked? Do you know anything about that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Never played any of the Mass Effect games? You might dig it. I know you love a good story. These to me kind of like set the bar. Mass Effect, I think due in part like why they're so special to me is that they like set the bar and demonstrated the potential and capability of video games as like a storytelling medium for me. I'm sure it's been proven valiantly many times over before Mass Effect, but for me personally and my gaming lifespan, these are the ones that really do it. So that's a huge part of why they're so special to me. So many trophies, an obnoxious amount, but there are physical challenges too that I'm having trouble with, like combat trials or something. Eli, come on now, tell me what you thought about Elimination Chamber. Let's really get to the heart of the matter. I didn't talk about Elimination Chamber much on Sunday. I was doing Back 4 Blood. I didn't want to subject Dilly and Nick to a bunch of mindless wrestling raving. They didn't need to hear that, although I believe Dilly's in chat right now, so I guess he'll hear me if I talk about it now. Kayla was with it, though. I think I converted Kayla into a wrestling thing. She watched Elimination Chamber with me and Jess and her partner, and I think she's in. I think she's in. Apparently she's a CM Punk fan, so she at least she knows good wrestling. She knows graps. Tell me all about. I'm not gonna like run down that hallway too quickly at this point because we're like still in the tutorial. The metaphorical hallway. I'm gonna run down this hallway, but I would love to get your thoughts on Elimination Chamber. I'm not over it. I know Raw has happened now, but like.
Shepard, down here!
Alright, hold on, though. Hold on, I gotta ask Jacob some questions about what he thought about Elimination Chamber. Alright, Wilson.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Okay. The power wheel. Unity. What, this guy thinks he's on the team?
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing.
Yeah,
Why
shut
do you
up.
even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Traitor! The heel turn of John Cena. Saw my post on Threads, so I had an idea for it, but I can't believe they actually did it. I like can't get over it, man. It truly is surreal. For people who've been watching wrestling long enough, like, I've been watching wrestling long enough, I can remember last time he was heel, and that was like 20 years ago. It's crazy. It was one of those things, you know, that we would always, wrestling fans would always talk about. What if they did this? I hope they do this. They'll never do this. Turn John Cena into a bad guy. And I never even, you know, I was all fired up about this final year of his wrestling career, the retirement tour and all this. It never even crossed my mind that they would actually let him go bad in his final year, which is cool and exciting too, because I remember, I've always read that, like, he wanted to do it at some point. And there was this supposed time, I don't remember precisely when they got really close to doing it. They had new entrance music put together for him. He had an attire put together. And was like ready to go. And in like the final hour, they pulled the plug and said, never mind. Because I think there was just like too much at stake in terms of money and PR and all that. They're like, we can't do it. So very cool that in the final year of his career where he doesn't have the company on his shoulders and not relying on his t-shirt sales, he is still doing the Make-A-Wish thing. He did Make-A-Wish like right before Elimination Chamber, I guess. I wonder if he won't do it for this next year. Because I remember an old interview with him came up where he said, like, yeah, I wasn't going to do Make-A-Wish stuff anymore during my heel run. And they bailed. So, like, he's committed. I'm pumped. And the way they did it was so sort of bizarre and violent and upsetting. I was just stunned. And I will say this, I'll eat a little crow, because I was saying the other day how sick I was of Dwayne Johnson in wrestling. I'm sorry, Jacob and Wilson, if you don't mind. We're going to get this going real quickly here, I promise. I was saying, man, I'm so sick of him in wrestling. I was not happy to see him pop up randomly. I'm like, oh my God, here he goes. Disrupting all the plans, fucking things up, taking somebody's spot. I'm so sick of this guy. He stinks. But I gotta say, this is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting where we're at right now. So I still think Dwayne Johnson is a phony and an egomaniac, and he's lost a lot. He's a brand more than a man, more concerned with energy drinks and hair care products than he is much else. But you know what? Shit is a lot more interesting when he shows up in wrestling. So I gotta stop talking my shit. He makes it work each time. So I did not see John Cena aligning with The Rock as bad guys against Cody Rhodes. Also, Travis Scott punched Cody Rhodes so hard in the face he blew his eardrum. Fuck that guy. What was he even there? Like, get out of here. He injured the champ. Come on. Do not give that buffoon a match. He is not Bad Bunny. He's not Logan Paul, and I can't stand Logan Paul, but I know Travis Scott's not about to go out there hit like a fucking springboard lariat. Get him out of there. I saw the Dennis Rodman comparison. Also, what's up with the bot-on-bot violence in the chat? I saw the Dennis Rodman comparison, but I don't think Dennis Rodman ever hit somebody in the face so hard that he like injured them. I don't know. That might have been planned. Cody Rhodes might. I could see Cody Rhodes being like, you know, hold me down and I want you to really hit me. Like, make it, go ahead and hit. But like, he hit him a little too goddamn hard, in my opinion. Yeah, I can't wait to hear from John Cena on this. Though I do wish, and I'm sorry, I said I wasn't going to go on a big tirade, but I never got any of this out on Sunday. I do wish I know the whole kayfabe is dead thing is what it is, but I wish they would put up a bit more effort to like sort of conceal this, because like they were giving up the fucking game on the post show conference. They were talking candidly. Dwayne's on Twitter like, it's such an honor to play the final boss and bring this story to you the only way we know. It's like, come on, man. Like, we all know the score. We know what we're watching. None of us think it's real like that, but can you let us? I think those post-show conferences are so weird because some of them talk in character and some of them don't. And come on, keep up appearances for a little bit. Come on, like, let me think John Cena really is just like the devil himself. Let me live in that fantasy for a little bit. Okay, I promise we're gonna get going here. This is the slowest start to Mass Effect 2 ever. I want Cena to do full rebrand, wear suit, no shitty Def Rebel theme. I'm in on him getting a new theme, but not a shitty Def Rebel theme. That would be, he doesn't deserve that, even after what he did. Wear traditional wrestling gear. Yeah, I agree. No jorts. I want to see him in some tights or something. Have him win the title. Go up against top baby faces like LA Knight, Damien. That's the other thing. It's crazy. I said this. One of my first things my thoughts I posted was through his prime, all those years where Cena was the guy and he was supposed to be, the big hero that everybody loved and the kids loved him, but the adult audience hated him, despised him. We were so sick of him. The Let's Go Cena sucks chants. Everybody was booing him and the commentators would pretend we were cheering him. Couldn't stand him. We were so tired of LOL Cena wins again. And he comes back, and now everybody's like non-ironically cheering him. Kids, adults probably more than kids because the kids that cheered him in the first place are now adults. It's how long it's been. And we're happy to have him back, myself included. We're like, we want him to win the Royal Rumble. We want him to win the Elimination Chamber. We want him to go get that final title to set the record. He deserves it. I'm happy for him to take that away from Ric Flair. And in spite of that, now they're going to make it so we have to boo him. And we're supposed to not want him to win the 17th title at WrestleMania. It's crazy. Cena's been fine. Rock broke character and the conferences on social media. Triple H always kind of weirdly does it too. He talks from this sort of out of character perspective. Posting clips like backstage would clearly kind of give up the game. For stuff like that, that was a huge moment that's like breakout, like every major news outlet's carrying it. I throw on my social media and my feed is still filled with people talking about it. Obviously it's algorithmically curated to give me more wrestling stuff than the average Joe, but it's so many people are still talking about it. It's this huge moment. Like, can we not take the mask off for a little bit? You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's going to actually conflate like Rock's on-screen character with the man himself, right? Like, you don't have to like give it up like that, man. Let me live in the fantasy for a little bit, because that was history right there, brother. That was history. That was, and I'm definitely gonna move this conversation forward in a second. That was history right there. And that was a great show. Like, that capped off a great show. I mentioned my friend Kayla, who was not a wrestling fan, and her partner as well was watching with us, and he was not a wrestling fan. And I think they were both made wrestling fans by the end of that show. I was lucky that they sat down and watched a good fucking show with us, because if it was kind of a mid, like, 6 out of 10 deal, probably wouldn't have happened. But that thing was stacked front to back. Great show, great matches, great wrestling, capped off with that crazy finale, that big swerve that even them, not two wrestling fans, even they could understand how significant it was, to where I was like, y'all gotta watch WrestleMania with us, right? And they're like, yes, and I'm pumped. I love to bring somebody in. You just gotta see the right match. You gotta shift your perspective. People love to think, wrestling, it's dumb, it's this like carny business, it's fake, yada yada. You just gotta like see that match or watch that show, watch that performance, and it'll click and you'll get it and you're hooked. And it's like I always say, when wrestling's bad, it's terrible, but when it's good, it's the best fucking thing ever. And that was a great show. And I had doubts too. People were pooing on this moment in time because they're like, the road to WrestleMania doesn't feel like it's as big of a deal as it should be, and I'm not invested in what are the stories, and I was feeling that a little bit too. But this show, boom, like front to back redemption. Watched Io Sky win the title last night. Like, shit like that fires me up. It does feel like in this era where we're more likely to get surprises like that. I'm excited. Yeah, Triple H is like he's the writer director of the movie. Yeah, those conferences are weird because not everybody's on the same level. Some are in kayfabe, some aren't. John Cena shows up, doesn't say a word, drops the mic, straight faced. That man lost his smile. That's good. I like that. Can you imagine if he came out there and started answering questions as like just John Cena, the actor? It would have been terrible. So nobody else should be doing that. As a Sammy guy, I was worried that he wouldn't have anything to do at Mania, but after his match with KO, I sort of don't want him to have a match to sell the angle. I think this is going to lead to a fun Mania. I don't know what they will do with Sammy at this point. I've seen people saying maybe he's going to have an angle with Karrion Kross. I don't know about Karrion Kross, you know. I think that his character comes off pretty cool on like Twitter, but they haven't... I don't know. They haven't found a way to make him a compelling in-ring presence. I like the angle of his where it's like any sort of significant contact with the guy slowly turns you into a villain. Like, I think that's cool, but I don't think they've really woven that quality into the show itself very well, if at all. It's like sort of its own... like, it clearly is something they're doing on purpose, but he's like the one selling it online, and it's not so much a thing that's happening on the show, if that makes sense. I don't know. Because Kevin Owens is always going to do a thing with Randy. I don't know what Sammy does, but Sammy has done too much and worked too hard, and he's just too good to not have him at your biggest show of the year. Even though that man got his ass whooped. The barbed wire chair was crazy. All right. I've said enough. Here we go. I forgot what we were talking about, Wilson. But she tried to help me.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
It's already 11:30. Good
Maybe
lord.
She's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here. She's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few. We can overload it.
All right, watch this. Boom. What powers do you have, Wilson? Overload?
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Good job, Wilson. Holy shit. Never mind. Glad you're on the team. Can't wait to go on many adventures with you.
This is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Never heard of him. That's not true, Shepard.
I wiped out my share of Cerberus projects when
we did those side missions.
Back then, they were trying to kill me. Why the change of heart?
Those answers are way above my pay grade. But basically, things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man.
The Elusive
He'll explain
Man.
everything. I promise.
Elusive Man, that sounds very cool.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
Okay, vocal fry Wilson.
Kinda stuck.
Put the vocal fry in the bag. I will still beat the drum that Sammy should have been in the World Heavyweight title match with Seth and Drew last year. Also win the title and carry it for the night in a Raw rematch with Drew. Sammy wins again. Do the Damien cash in. I thought about this too much. I would look. I was definitely on board. Oh, Steve Blum, you're probably right. Yeah, we're in that era. You're probably right. They got Steve Blum voicing Wilson? Bring out the big guns on Wilson? They did that too. What was it? They had like Matt Mercer voicing that one dude in Veilguard who was like had like 10 minutes of screen time. I guess this is prime. If there was ever prime BioWare, I mean this is it, right? Like we are in it with this game. Yeah, I agree. Sammy, did Steve Blum? I was gonna say, did he do this? And then I was like, wait, he did that. He just did a lot. He did a lot. Yeah, that's definitely him, right? I was definitely beating the drum for Sammy to beat Roman back in the day. And of course, I have a lot of hindsight now. It's been in a lot of BioWare, yeah. Yeah, they get a lot of the big hit actors for these. A lot of hindsight these days. I'm not mad about it anymore, but I'm with you. Stammy definitely should be a world champion at some point in his career. He's just proven. He's proven like he's got everything, man. He's got the personality, the charisma. He's got the in-ring ability. He's got the very distinct ability to capture a crowd for people want to cheer for him. He could be a good guy. He could be a bad guy. Come on. This shit's easy. I shouldn't have to explain this to you, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He had 2 characters in Dragon Age Origins? I don't recall that. I'll take your word for it. That's been a really long time since I played that. I'll never work for Cerberus.
What they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
And I got a new codex entry. Fuck you. What about Cody saying fuck on a hot mic? That popped me. Guess I'm pretty easily amused. Look at all this stuff we're getting. Should we go ahead and do the... Where do I use my points? Or maybe I can't do it yet. Would that be in squad? If I was going to do it? Probably. Because they gave me a bunch of points at the start. Start getting my, my level up. Oh, check this out. Wilson! Steve Bloom coming in! Damn. Something else this game does different than Mass Effect 1 is Mass Effect 1 didn't use ammunition like this. They used thermal clips, which meant you basically had to just... You could shoot until your gun would overheat and then you had to wait for the cooldown. This, they switched to just plain old ammunition. Check this out. Boom! 1 second to reach all the way over there. Got him, Jacob. Your turn. Pull him.
Have a nice trip. Dropped him.
I think there is some weird lore entry somewhere in the game to explain like some weird change in like the weapons industry to explain why they would have changed how like every gun works in this universe. I don't know. It's from a game design perspective why they did. Maybe just to keep it a bit more traditional. Thanks for the money. Oh shit, hacking minigame. We got hacking. Hacking, folks. Individual nodes to find matching symbols. I gotta remember how this works. 2 matching symbols, select them to complete the circuit. Complete all circuits before we run out of time to bypass security. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, I gotta see. Here we go. This one. Got it, I see. Been a real long time since I did this. Got it. The hacking minigame, not something I have a ton of fond memories of, but that was pretty easy.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse.
He had 3 characters in Dragon Age Origins. That's Steve Blum. What a talented guy.
From the explosion. Subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown.
Toonami, though, right? He was Toonami?
Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Cowboy Bebop, now available in Fortnite, right? He was a Wolverine, and he was in all the anime that they aired on Toonami. That's right. What a guy, man. Is he still out there working? Is he still getting credits? I feel like that's a name I hadn't really heard in a while and a voice I hadn't really heard in a while. But maybe I'm just not listening.
Miranda.
Mom!
You were...
Mother is mothering. Hey, that was Wilson.
What the hell are you doing?
He was on my team. He had overload.
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Haha, I got him.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob.
They are all wearing Cerberus logos on their clothes, to be
Lying to
fair.
the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
I'm glad you asked. People continue to be massacred in the background. He teaches a lot now. A lot of revenue from online tutorials. Interesting. Cody's saying, fuck Pop Me too. Also, are you going to get WWE 2K25? I might, mainly because I heard the universe mode is going to have promos again, so I can finally tell more stories. Well, Eli, I'm glad you asked. Dilly Tot said no. You know, I've been thinking about 2K25 a lot this week because the embargo, and I don't know, it's not like the review embargo, but they did this thing. Admittedly, kind of a cool thing. They do this like showcase day where they invite a bunch of creators to come and like play the game and meet the devs and like get more information on what's new, and they let them take all the footage with them. Like I follow like New Legacy Inc. and they did it. One of the creators I would follow in 2K, What's the Status? I enjoyed some of his creations. He was there. Like, I think that's admittedly a cool thing and like a confident gesture in the game that they've made, that they let people come and play it and you know, reveal different things about it and interview them. And you know, they're not like, at least the ones I follow and seen are not like super biased sources. Like they're not afraid to criticize the game or like say if they were underwhelmed or disappointed by aspects of it. So I've been looking at some of that, and I will say, unfortunately, so far, I'm not very impressed by 2K25. I've been holding out hope. I know Dilly Tots hasn't been. I've said this a couple times. I really would love to do wrestling streams again. I do miss them sorely. I have so many fun ideas for them. Really fun ideas that I'm really fired up about. And it's going to break my heart a little bit if that game comes out and it's not good, and I have to just keep those in the notes app. That'll kind of crush me a little bit. But I just need to wait and see how the game is before I can possibly justify buying it and spending more time on it like I did 2K24. That was a huge mistake on my part. So if I'm going to get it, I don't know. It's going to be relative to what the community response is to it once it's out. Like, I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm not going to buy it day one. I'm not going to buy it a week out, 2 weeks out. Like, I'm going to need a month, maybe two, before I feel confident in buying it. I need to see what people's response is to it. But so far, from what I've seen, I'm not impressed. You mentioned universe mode. It seems like, once again, they've barely touched it. They added a couple quality of life fixes, which is nice, but it definitely like doesn't have that big overhaul that people have been asking for that mode for several games now. They just kind of added a little tweaks here. Like you mentioned the promo thing again, which is kind of neat. Like, promos would have been cool to have when I was doing wrestling streams in universe mode consistently. That, I agree, that would have been a cool thing, a cool touch to kind of help tell the stories. So that's neat. I saw a couple other little tiny fixes they made, but like, it definitely looks largely untouched, and I'm assuming it's going to be very buggy and not intuitive, which really, how people respond to universe mode this year is going to be the determining factor on whether I get it. Looks like the creation suite's largely untouched. Once again, not playing Mass Effect 2 to talk about wrestling in some capacity. Trying to make this quick, but this has been on my mind a lot. This is one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, and you've queued me up. Sorry, Miranda, you don't mind, do you? The creation suite looks largely untouched this year. I see a lot of people complaining that they added virtually, I think not even virtually, literally nothing to Create Arena. They've not added anything for like 3 games. They've literally just copied and pasted it game after game after game. That's disappointing. Obviously, a huge part of my wrestling streams was creating arenas to fit with WotCW and stuff. It was a lot of fun, but it would be cool if they had new stuff in it. The island looks really fucking stupid and underwhelming, and like something people are gonna stop playing pretty shortly into the game's lifespan. It's an always online mode with a game series that's notoriously bad with like server stability and like just playing online. I've always understood to be very challenging. So an always online mode that's clearly just another means to funnel microtransactions. I saw somebody break down like how much you would have to play the island mode to unlock stuff without spending money, and it is absurd. I forget what the breakdown was specifically, but it was a really unreasonable number. And so clearly, like, not a mode people expect to, or they expect people to grind through to progress. They expect them to buy their way through it, and they already have a microtransaction mode in my faction. So it's like every mode is just becoming that, and they're gonna lock creation items behind the island, and it's just really discouraging stuff. Even things that they've added that I think look cool, like I saw they're doing an online thing for GM mode. And I there was a time where I was talking to somebody, they'll go unnamed for now just in case, but I was talking to somebody about maybe doing a GM mode series with, because I've seen them before. I've seen Up, Down, Down do it. I saw, again, New Legacy Inc. do it, and I have fun watching those. I thought it would be kind of fun to do a GM mode with somebody. And I saw the online capability, made me go, that would make it so much easier. We could just, we don't have to go travel anywhere. We could just play it online. But there's a ton of limitations and restrictions on online mode for the GM mode. You can't watch or play matches. You can't do custom rosters. It's like, okay, they didn't finish this, and it's in the game, and then next year they'll finish it and they'll tout that as like feature. It's just, I've seen enough to like know what's happening here. You know what I mean? Like if you pay attention to 2K long enough, you just know what they're doing. And the biggest thing, I don't know, and this is the last nitpick, and then I swear we're gonna get out of the tutorial tonight. This hasn't exactly gone how I thought it would. I've been a chatty Cathy this evening. This is what happens when I show up and I'm not tired. I do this. But the big thing, and I don't remember if I talked about this on stream, I've complained about it on Twitter, which is where I post most of my complaints, of course. They're doing this insane backwards thing where there are basically two player bases for the game. There's last gen, which is PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And then the other group is current gen, which is PS5 and Xbox Series X. And the two groups can't talk to each other. There's no crossplay. And their justification for it is that last gen consoles can't run this new island always online mode, which I'm skeptical about already in premise, because they release the same fucking game every year. I don't really believe that if 2K24 can run fine on PS4, I don't really see why this could run fine on PS4. Whether they should still be doing prior gen support at this point in time is another conversation entirely. No disrespect to my brothers and sisters on PS4. I was right there with you not that long ago. But the implication that PCs can't run the island mode is obviously absurd. And clearly they're afraid that PC players will be able to take stuff from the island, mod it into their creations, and then upload it for people who are not unlocking or buying that stuff in the island mode. That's clearly why they've done this. There's no way PC can't run the island mode. So that means, let's say I were to get the game, I would either have to choose whether to install the PS4 version so I could get access to PS4 creations, Xbox One creations, and most importantly, PC creations. Or I would have to install the PS5 version and only have access to PS5 creations and Xbox Series X creations. And that is kind of brutal to me. Obviously, community creations were like the lifeblood of my wrestling streams. Without them, they would never have been anything that they were. And I would probably have to go with the inherently inferior PS4 version, which would probably look worse, run worse, be more susceptible to bugs, because I wouldn't want to miss out on those PC creations. On the other hand, that also would bug the shit out of me to not be able to get the current gen console creations, because I'm sure there's a lot of talented people working on those machines as well. Just stupid, illogical. For every step forward, they take 3 back. I just think they're such an incompetent studio. And I've already eaten crow once tonight. that game comes out and people are saying, yeah, it's got this issue and this issue, but largely pretty good. It runs well. It's not as buggy. That's what they should have. If they had said, hey, this bug from 2K24, this, and this. Sorry, we never got around to fixing them. We didn't have time. We had to move on to 2K25, but we fixed them all in development of 2K25. I would say, oh, thank you. Now I'm taking this seriously. But they haven't said anything like that, so I'm not taking it seriously. I'm still running on the assumption that I'm not going to get 2K25. But I do not have so much pride that I will stick to my guns if the game turns out to be good. But I'm going to give it a few weeks or a few months after release to cook. And I would love to do a second season of wrestling streams. I would love it. I think it would be so fun, and I think it would be a great opportunity for the channel. But I'm not going to buy a bad game, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time in a bad game. So, it was a really long-winded way of answering the question of whether I was going to get 2K25, because it's been on my mind a lot this week with the embargo up. The answer is I don't know. Probably not. And if Dilly Tots has his way, definitely not. But we'll see. We'll see, Dilly Tots. Maybe you'll get the tag team titles back one day. Or maybe not, dude.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving.
What were we talking about?
The attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you when he sent.
Gonna be playing this game for the rest of the year. I don't have time for wrestling streams at this rate.
I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want?
Tell me why.
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case.
You really set her up for that one, Shepard. Look at that evil-ass ship.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
You want to ask about my weird glowing scars?
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you...
God damn it, Miranda, did you not look at the visual interactive comic?
You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
He was annoying. Just kidding.
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
The elusive man.
Is waiting for you in the other room.
Hey, stop giving me Renegade. What did I do to deserve that? I'm being a good boy.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Oh, what, is he gonna run out of ciggies? I doubt it.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Okay, is he my dad? Oh. I bet we got all sorts of cool armor unlocked in here with the Legendary Edition. Maybe. No, maybe not. No, I don't. I can do tints? Oh! I kind of forgot about that. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Pattern? There is like a special... There's a DLC armor. There's a Dragon Age themed DLC armor that I love in this game. Ooh. Called the Blood Dragon armor. We got the purple. You know I love the purple. We'll go purple. Jeff likes it too. Although the red matches better, doesn't it? Purple kind of goes with it, doesn't it? Purple's cool. You can also make the regular armor purple. Like the regular part of it. I don't know why it's regular. The bulk of it. The base of it. Okay. Well, okay, fine. Sorry, Jeff. We'll make that red. That matches better. We'll stick with that for now. What about the light? Can I change the light color? No helmet. You crazy? No helmet. Okay, so we should be able to open this up and change the armor eventually, right? Casual. Oh. Look at this Firefly shit. We got the hoodie, super cash. The jacket, that's cool. Jeff likes that. He likes that a lot. Just casual, just another day at the office. Yeah, we had Blood Dragon armor in Veilguard, but there's a cool Blood Dragon armor in this, which I'm assuming will be unlocked by default at some point. I think there were other special armors as well. I don't remember those offhand, but I remember using the Blood Dragon one a lot, so we'll probably put that on at first chance. Hope I didn't leave you waiting. I was too busy applying this cool red pattern to my armor. I was thinking about purple, elusive man. You think purple would make sense? I didn't want to spend too much time in the menu. I've been talking about wrestling all night. Oh, hi.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man,
can't see you,
might
Shep,
be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted.
Bro, I just woke up.
Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Okay, bye, Dad. I want to be a scholar. I'm gonna make you very proud. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. Look at all this. Alright, so we can do points now. Oh boy, I got so many points, I bet. 8 points! That's huge. Let's make ourselves a bit of a biotic master. Flashbang grenade. That's so silly. Let's put a point into this and this, and let's just get... Oh, I can't go there. Oh, because it costs 3 points. It's not just 3. It costs 3. Oh. Oh, now I have throw. That's great. Do you have anything left? No. Alright, that works. Who else wants some points? Huh? No? Okay. Keep hitting that left stick for the sprint. That is not what it is, but every game I've played in like the last year uses left stick on the sprint. Alright, Mother.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm
Mother
eager to
is
see if
mothering.
you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
Is there a problem here? I don't really think it's a problem here. She's not been unreasonable.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
Does she have an attitude?
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
And to be clear, Cerberus is like essentially a human supremacy, like extremist group. They don't just really believe like humanity should be inducted into galactic civilization. They basically believe they should rule it. I think it's kind of a simplification, but clearly their like ethical, moral boundaries are pretty far out there. They'll do just about anything to achieve their goal, including bringing Jeffy back to life.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military
Obviously
force
hard to rule over the
supplemented
galaxy if
by
the
mechs
Reapers
and
destroy
security
it. So right
drones.
now they're
average in almost every way, really.
on the right side of history, I guess.
Completely unremarkable until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
Have you seen me naked?
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus
I
Project.
wasn't in charge. The elusive man was.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
You looking for a boyfriend?
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Fine. Let's see if I give you any points to upgrade with. 2 Renegade!
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me a chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Guess I'm being a renegade in ways even I can't perceive. Boom! We did it! I forgot you get this mission complete screen. We did it. Level up. Oh, look at all these bonuses. Got a mission summary. Give me this bonus. Oh, we got them already. Okay, we got. Look at all these elements. We leveled up. We got this grenade launcher. We got money. We got paid. We're doing a great job, Jeff. We just got started.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Yes, a latte.
What did you find?
Would go well right now.
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
Sorry, I had to step away to record a video. It's alright. I know how it is. I did answer your question in a lot of words, but to summarize, whether I'm going to get 2K25, I don't know. Probably not. But if it turns out to be a good game, maybe I will.
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
Popping in to say hello real quick? Well, hello real quick. Right back at you, Mad Thomas. Thanks for stopping by.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Just keep your eyes open. We're looking for anything that tells us who did this.
Understood, Commander. With luck, we'll find something that was missed at the other colonies.
Then we can find out who's behind it and get some payback.
Alright, what we got here? We got some new weapons. Oh, we don't have it equipped, do we? We just have pistol and pistol. But there was a rifle in that picture. I'd rather have a rifle, I think. Although we didn't use... I guess that's true. In the first game, we didn't use the rifle a whole lot, I feel. as an adept. We did rely, I think, on our pistol more and the sniper even. Daredevil fucks hard. Who's he fucking?
Looks like everyone just got up and left, right?
I know he's fucking somebody. That dude's a slut. She got this creepy space colony. Hut, 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 hut.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
I'm glad you like it. Can't make any promises that I'll get anywhere near it, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know if, I feel like I gotta go watch all the other seasons before I watch it. Probably, I mean, probably not. I'll probably be able to keep up alright. Oh, 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 oh! Damn, they do a lot of damage real quick, don't they? Okay, and then you can also, oh, you can overload too. Great job. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, really? Really?
You're done!
You're done!
Shoot them before they take out your shield.
Did I have a melee? What was that? What did I just do? Oh, it's a robo dog. It's a robo dog, guys. Guys, it's a robo dog. Get out of here. He's crazy. I died in the first level of Mass Effect 2. Oh, fuck. The robo dog scared me. Oh, it's right. We can,
Hostiles are cleared.
Oh, really, Jacob? You think so? I don't know about that. Let's get you guys. It's because I forgot to upgrade them for sure. Let's get this going. You get this moving. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Great job. Miranda, she's an officer. Boom. Oh, oh, oh. Great. Anything else? Is that all of them? Got one more? You can't do that. Sorry. The Spider-Man 2 Robo-Dogs? Yeah, welcome back. I don't need to watch them, and it might win me back. Yeah, we'll see. I'll think about it, but it ain't gonna happen with any kind of urgency. I'll think about it maybe when I'm done with the Twin Peaks rewatch. This is how the direction I came from. There is no way I can balance 2 whole TV shows in my life right now. And I'm still in the 2nd season of Twin Peaks. I haven't even gotten to the return yet. Oh! Last episode I watched of Twin Peaks was the famous one where James and Maddie and Donna have a little sing-along in the living room. And James has this awful little chipmunk voice.
Shoot them before they take out your
It's a very weird thing to do. Fuck you, Robo-Dog. Fuck you, Robo-Dog. Fuck you, Robo-Dog. He's crazy.
Nice trip.
You? Seriously?
That shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized.
And then after they're done with the sing-along, like a viscerally upsetting scene happens. Good times. Good times in Twin Peaks. Oh, it's a weekly show. Oh. They don't just dump it out for the binge. That's right. Okay. That is advantageous, actually. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Okay, we got these two. Boom, boom. And you over here. Boom, boom. Bing, bang, boom. What? I disagree. I think I had that correct. And we're locked out. It's not the tutorial save. I disagree. I think I had that correct.
They've seen us.
But whatever. Go off. Died on the first level, failed the first hacking game. I'm really good at this. My favorite game. I definitely played it a bunch. Oh my god! Stop! I'm almost dead again. This is crazy. Did I put this on nightmare mode? Certainly I did. It must be. Oh.
Stop right there.
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this.
Oh my.
Wait. Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus.
What are the odds?
Put those weapons down. Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
That's something we actually did.
It did.
It was optional and it remembered. It knew we did that.
This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Cool.
Why is your old commander working
Games
for
are cool.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
Cerberus rebuilt me, but I'm not taking their orders. We can discuss the specifics once I know why you're here.
One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Very cool that we can invoke that small little optional thing. It's like, yeah, obviously the big choices carry over and are easily... Whoa.
Thanks for the warning.
Easily represented, but the finer little details, especially with an optional side mission that we didn't have to do. The fact that that gets invoked. Those little details, I remember thinking, were so cool. What? Who? Do I have a melee? I was trying to figure that earlier. A circle, there it is. Ha! Get away from me! Oh, fuck. You hear that? Get away from me. Alright, we're just gonna really get this one going. Alright, here we go. We're so good at this. Boom, boom. Bing, bang, boom. This was the C and the 2 things. 2 things. Killed it. Ultimate hacking genius. Unlocked. Thank you. Too busy with streaming and recording to watch Daredevil Born Again. I did binge the first 2/3 of Cobra Kai, season 6 before streaming. Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, I'm just too busy with everything. And then when I have free time, this is kind of what I choose to do with it. So, yeah, TV has been something I'm really tuned out of for a while. And I've talked about this plenty when I was playing A Quiet Place last time, but... Look at this, flashbang grenade. Oh my god! I talked about this plenty, but I'm just kind of worn out on Marvel in general right now. But Daredevil's cool. And the fact that I could watch like one a week might make it less of a chore. Flashbang grenade! Got him! Oh man, I don't remember the flashbang grenade thing. Can I not get something cooler to put in that slot?
Should have expected this.
Come on, you can still catch them.
I wonder what the... I guess you maybe just get a regular grenade, because my first run through these games I played as a soldier class. I think you get like a regular grenade in that slot, which is cooler than a flashbang, in my opinion. It's more practical. I'm fighting robots here. What am I doing a flashbang for? Hey, get the... Who do you think you are? Oh, oh my god, what?
You're done! Drop them!
Oh my god! Is the combat in this game really hard? You know what? I remember asking that exact question. Oh!
Got him. Got him.
I remember asking that very similar questions during the first Mass Effect. Like, is this game hard and I forgot?
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Either these games are hard or I'm just bad at these games.
Right.
Probably the latter.
Taking cover!
Okay, calm down.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
Yeah, you guys get there, enjoy this. I'll probably never use that again. Knowing me. Big robot.
Those Quarians never stood a chance.
Neither do I. Did you see me with the Robo-Dog earlier, Jacob?
One tough son of a bitch to take down.
Oh, fuck. Give it a month and Hard Eyes will be in Voodoo. Yeah, I know what Hard Eyes is. I'm on my fuck Hard Eyes grind because that's Spyglass, man. That's the same reason I didn't go see that Thanksgiving movie. I'm fuck all Spyglass. All Spyglass is ops. I'm not watching Scream 7. I don't care they put David Arquette in that movie. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching Hard Eyes. I heard it was fun. I heard it was good. I didn't care. I still didn't go see it. Hard Eyes? I'm almost positive it's Spyglass. Don't you hit me with the all caps. It is. Oh, it's Screen Gems? Are you sure? Hold on. I like specifically like thought to myself, I'm not watching that movie because it's Spyglass. Are you sure? Spyglass's original horror rom-com Hard Eyes. Or did it like change at some point? Are you sure? I'm seeing Spyglass mentions here on a cursory glance at a Google search. Spyglass produced slasher. Did it like... Did they have it in Screen Gems got it? We are both right? It's both? Then I'm back on my fuck Hard Eyes grind. Screen Gems distributed. Boom. Though I guess in theory they wouldn't get any money or like virtual support from me by watching it in your Voodoo account. But fuck them. Alright, I gotta watch this. Bang. That didn't do anything. I should have thought about that a little bit more. Oh, there's an explode. Is this an explode? It's a fragile crate. Somebody blow this up. That didn't do anything, did it? Bang, 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 right in the cock. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. Warp it. Yeah, I done did that one, Jacob. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Hut, 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 hut.
This looks interesting.
I need to recruit a head scientist to build that upgrade. Yeah, no, I heard Hard Eyes was good, and it looked kind of fun. I mean, who doesn't like a nice holiday-themed horror film? Clearly I'm in the bag for that, but... I feel like I saw some folks who were definitely, like, anti-Scream 7, still seeing that and praising that, and I was like, you guys are corny. You can't abstain from, like, seeing one horror movie. There's so many good horror movies. You can miss one. Maybe it seems like a relatively easy, like, silly hill to die on, but... I just think that's fucking weak behavior, what they did to Melissa Barrera. And I love that she's been doing just fine without Scream. She's been doing great. And I think everybody... Look, here's the thing. I don't know any of the actors in these movies. They're not my friends. I can't expect them to have the same perspectives, priorities, beliefs that I do. And I think a lot of people underestimate what it means to be a working actor, and somebody like David Arquette maybe like can't afford to pass on the kind of paycheck they're offering him to be in another Scream movie. But I think that's weak behavior on all of them, man. To like know that an act, and look, they may not know Melissa Barrera from the next person walking down the street. They may not owe her a damn thing, but I just think one of your peers gets forced out of a project like that over their beliefs, and you hear those whales in the distance. What is all that? And the theme of this stream has been me standing still ranting about something other than this game. But ousted for her beliefs, which by the way, her beliefs are nothing. Shouldn't. Oh my God, Jonesy's up. He's climbing on some boxes. I did like a stealth crawl out of our bedroom because Jonesy was sleeping in Jess's closet and I didn't want him to follow me down here. And it worked. He was not down here this whole time, but here he is. Now he's wide awake. Her beliefs were that genocide is bad and wrong and we should speak out about it. Like that's what her edgy, controversial take was. And you know, in some circles, I guess that is a controversial take, but to know that that's what she got removed for and be like, yeah, okay, I'll be in the movie, I don't care. It's like, you're a fucking coward. I have like, and it's not going to keep those people up at night, but like, I have no respect for anybody getting on that movie. And that includes you, Matthew Lillard. Sorry. I know everybody was a big fan of you for a while there, but I think Matthew Lillard's a fucking coward.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
And before somebody says to me, sorry, Vitor, before somebody says to me, like, you know, nobody's going to say this to me, but, you know, it just occurred to me, it's like, oh, really? You think that way about this one, but what about, like, when it happened to Gina Carano? Gina Carano got in trouble because she likened anti-vaxxers to victims of the Holocaust. Well, Melissa Barrera is actually condemning a literal genocide happening right now. Gina Carano also blocked me on Twitter. I've never tweeted about that woman or at that woman, not one time. That means she still somehow just found me through the cosmos and blocked me. That woman is jobless as hell. And Melissa Barrera is not. Anyway, fuck Spyglass. Alright, Vitor. Let's try to get out of this tutorial before I go to bed. You know what, the old Jeff Shepard, he would have bopped him on the head. We've experienced a lot.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Mechs will protect. Swarms coming.
Oh,
Storm.
Paragon interrupt. I almost missed that. I was reading chat. The interrupts are in this game. Those are a lot of fun.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it
Bug
together
people.
manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay.
Bug people. I seen them. I had the footage.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
I have the footage. I've seen it. Bug people are infiltrating spacefaring human colonies, and they're taking their children. They're eating the children.
Why did the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us.
You can tell him what a waste of time.
I studied them. The monsters.
It truly was not a waste of
I
time.
recorded them with my Omni tool.
Told us a lot.
Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the quarry and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
Oh, will we?
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard.
Damn, nice codpiece, Jeff. Holy smokes.
The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
Tell me what you know about these collectors.
They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus Vakarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
What about baby girl?
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow
So
Broker.
she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard.
Everybody's got an excuse. Can't come to my party.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Sounds good. What else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Good old buddy boy.
Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Bigger Normandy. That's right, Jonesy. Make some racket in the distance. With the Normandy SR2.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Yeah! Yeah! Alright, we'll wrap up shortly here. I was thinking about going to 1, but like this is a pretty logical place to stop, isn't it? Just like we used to be, but bigger.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
This is the modern response right here. This is the prescient modern response. This is the correct thing to say.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue
Get this
AI.
chat GPT shit
Plus,
out of here.
With the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I talked over that, but that Miranda does reveal something interesting there, which is, I think I did this off stream, but there's a side mission you can do in the first game that takes place on Earth's moon, where you have to destroy a rogue AI that's like turned on the Alliance members stationed there, and this is some sort of like evolved upgrade of that AI. So we've actually met this before and had to dispose of it in our journey, says Jeff Shepard.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the 3 of us plus Joker to
Thankfully,
fly
it's
this
not
ship.
holding a grudge.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I
Jonesy,
should return to
are
our
you
posts.
building a house
Come find
over
us if
there?
you have any questions.
Good grief. Alright, Jacob. We got our galaxy map back. We got a private terminal. We can look anything we want in incognito tabs. Nobody will ever know. We get weapons. Maybe we'll put a rifle in our inventory instead of 2 pistols. That doesn't make any sense. You got an elevator. Go up. We go down. It's crazy. The game can load while we're in there. And that's right, we get our own personal quarters. Didn't have that in the first game. We can customize our appearance. And I'm just going to give you a little Tech Lab. Going to give you a little spoiler. We can get pet fishies, and they go in a big tank in our personal quarters. And we're gonna get all the fishies. Let me tell you. All right, I'll wrap up there. Kelly Chambers is over here. We'll get to know her. We got Zaid. We got to meet with Zaid. I'm sure Miranda and Jacob will have a lot to tell us. Kasumi Goto wants to talk to us as well. We got her dossier. Her do-si-do. All right. We got to oh my God, Jonesy, you're such a freak. These are all like little DLC things. That's why we're just getting them all at once like this. It's like 2 DLC companions that we have by default. And that Firewalker thing was DLC, and yada, yada, yada. All right, we'll wrap up here. It already is a little later than we normally end, around 12:30 to 12:40. We'll stop here. I'm not even going to touch this game until we stream it next on Thursday. We'll explore the Normandy. We'll talk to Chambers here. We'll see what Miranda wants, what Jacob wants. We're going to go to Omega. Omega rocks. That's an awesome location in this game. We're going to go see what Morden's up to. And, we'll really make some good progress on the next one. I feel like we could have got a lot further in this tonight had I not slowed to a crawl or a complete standstill to talk about wrestling or Spyglass. But it is what it is. All the same, I'm really excited to be playing this. even just the little bit that we got in so far, like experiencing these levels and, you know, meeting these characters again, it like takes me back. I can still just kind of remember where I was when I first played this game, and I was in a much different place and a much different time when I played Mass Effect 2 originally. So it's very transportative to be back here and experiencing this game again. I'm very excited for it, and this is just going to be kind of the main focus for maybe the rest of the month. We'll see, but I don't really plan on streaming anything other than Mass Effect 2 for a bit here. So you're either with me or you're against me. I hope you're with me. I hope you're fired up for some Mass Effect 2 as well. It was a fun stream. Thank you, Dilly Todd's coming in, keeping me company all night. Mr. Eli Mac for the raid and the resub. Hit me with the 6 months. Very cool. Thank you so much. Matt coming in, chatting it up. Appreciate y'all. Any lurkers who we might have had on board. Very nice. Oh my god, dude. Jonesy's about to be grounded. He's going to be grounded. He's going crazy over there. Letting you know he's here. Making a lot of racket. Alright, I'm going to wrap up. I don't want to. I'd love to sit up and play this till 3 in the morning. That's what I mean. That's how it was back then. Very different place now. Can't just be staying up till 3 in the morning on a weeknight playing Mass Effect 2. Different times, but I don't want to stop playing, but we've got to. Have a great Wednesday. Hang in there, man. I'm going to try my best as well. Like I said, work's beating me up. I'm not looking forward to it tomorrow. It's one of those, you know, you just go to bed and you're like, ugh. Tomorrow I got to get back to it, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, I got to get back to it. I don't want to get back to it, man. But we'll do it. We'll figure it out. And I'll see ya on, I'm guessing, Wednesday tomorrow. Dilly, you still there? I'm guessing we have some Monster Hunter Wilds. If so, looking forward to it. I hope to be able to give you a lot more of my undivided attention on this one. Didn't work out as much on Saturday. I apologize. I regret the reality of that, but I'm hoping tomorrow, regardless of what you play, be able to enjoy the show. And then I should be back on Thursday for more Mass Effect 2, and then on Sunday for Mass Effect 2, and then on Tuesday for Mass Effect 2, and then on Thursday for Mass Effect 2, and then on Sunday for Mass Effect 2. It's a long game. It's going to be a long journey, but it's going to be a rewarding one. I'm very, very excited to share this with you. All right. Good night. I love you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.